Well, good morning. Good morning. You might remember the huge spectacle that happened over there in Red River, what, a week or two ago? Gosh, it's funny how time flies. Getting old, huh? So, you might remember all of the terms that were used, especially that gang term, gang. And we were told that two biker clubs showed up over there, two biker gangs showed up over there to wreak havoc, and they had them. You remember this? Let me see if I can. You guys pull that up for me. You guys remember this? Check this out.
Upon arrival, we discovered 5 that were injured and transported to local hospitals. One of those that was transported was later pronounced deceased, and a 6th was airlifted to a Denver hospital. Bear with me here as I am tired and I'm trying to figure out who all these people are once again, but all 8 individuals have been identified as outlaw motorcycle gang members. 2 to be exact, the Banditos, and the second one is a group called the Water Dogs. The 3 deceased, which we'll be announcing, one was an Anthony Silva. He's 26, from Los Lunas, New Mexico. He was a Bandito. There was a Randy Sanchez, 46, of Albuquerque. He was a Water Dog. And there was a Damian Bro, 46, of Socorro, New Mexico, who was a Bandito. How this started, apparently there was a confrontation of some sort that we're still trying to look into in Albuquerque, or a photograph that was taken with a different gang, and that spilled over to here, where they ran into each other again. A confrontation started with words initially, then turned into a fight, which then turned to shots fired. At this time, we have a few people arrested, one of them being Jacob Castillo. He's 30 years old, from Rio Rancho. He was a Water Dog, and he is being charged with an open count of murder. And 2 of the folks that were injured have also been arrested on somewhat unrelated charges, but a Matthew Jackson, 39, of Austin, Texas. He was arrested for unlawful carrying of a firearm inside a liquor establishment. And the second one was also a Bandito by the name of Christopher Garcia, 41, also of Texas, for possession of cocaine. The 3 remaining individuals, who we're not going to name today because they haven't been charged with anything, and they are still alive, but there was a 53-year-old, a 30.
So, if you will remember that, let's see, get me back up here. Only one person was arrested for murder. The other 2 men who were arrested, as he said, on somewhat unrelated charges, even though they got some sort of ridiculous kind of, I guess, cessation of bail. They weren't able to get out when they normally would because of extenuating circumstances, they said. But would it be interesting to know that all these gangs come to town and do all this stuff, yet nobody winds up arrested for murder? I'll tell you what I'm talking about right after this brief introduction. Be right back. Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust, and as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. So there was this one guy, Jace. What was his name? It'll come up in a second. Castillo, is that what it is? That was arrested for murder, and we saw that his name was Jacob Castillo. Well, you'll remember he was the only one charged in that incident for murder, and three people died, and he was part of the so-called Water Dogs motorcycle gang, as it was described to us. And this right here was the point where he was charged. Check this out.
And now officially charged with murder following Saturday's deadly shootout at a Red River motorcycle rally, says the man he shot attacked him first. That's according to newly released documents. Jacob Castillo and other members of the Water Dogs Motorcycle Club claim they were trying to avoid a group of banditos near the merchandise tents. That's when they say the banditos started throwing punches. Castillo admitted to shooting Damian Bro, but says it was only after Bro rushed at him, punched him, and shot him in the shoulder. Despite Castillo's story, he has been charged with first-degree murder for Bro's death. State police say cell phone video shows Castillo shooting at three men on the ground, one of whom fired back. Two other bikers were killed in the melee, one bandito and one water dog, but it's still unclear who fired the shots that killed them. Members of the Water Dogs told investigators the conflict stemmed from a photo they took with members of another motorcycle club, the Mongols, at a wedding in what the banditos considered their territory.
So they let him out a few days ago, as I remembered seeing as it passed by, and everybody was terrified that there was going to be some reprisals, this, that, or the other. But it seems that a new development has happened within the last, I guess, 24 hours or so. And that is that he's not going to be charged at all. That I guess the charges have been dropped after further investigation. So that is probably a surprise to a lot of folks because, you know, the state police said we've got him on account of murder and everything else. So we're going to look at this.
One of the men charged with murder in the Red River shooting will not be in court today. Jacob Castillo is accused of killing Damian Bro in last month's deadly shooting between the Banditos and Water Dogs biker gangs. Castillo is a member of the Water Dogs. 2 more people were killed and 5 more were hurt in the shooting. Castillo was scheduled to have a detention and preliminary hearing this morning, but it was canceled.
Just like that. But it was canceled and boom, gone. They say that the district attorney's office in Taos County has dropped the first-degree murder charge against Jacob, who was involved in the shooting. Prosecutors filed what they call a nolo prosequi. I don't know what the heck that means. I guess it means we ain't fixing to be charging you. I suppose that's what it means. So we'll look it up here in a minute. So the court's stating that they were dismissing the murder charge against Castillo without prejudice. I think without prejudice means we can bring the charges back at any time we want. Prosecutors say the dismissal was due to an ongoing investigation. Yeah, so without prejudice means right here, charges can be refiled at a later time. A criminal complaint filed in the now dismissed case, so the case has been dismissed, identified Castillo as a member of the Water Dogs Motorcycle Club as the main shooter in that incident. New Mexico State Police Chief Tim Johnson said, and you guys heard him, all 8 individuals have been identified as outlaw motorcycle gang members. He said that here in this video we played for you. In the court document, it says an altercation happened between the Water Dogs and the Banditos Motorcycle Club. Castillo stated in the report a group of banditos jumped him and one member pointed a gun at him. And we heard something a little bit different in that last video we played. So, wow, he is not free on bail, not free on bond, not free awaiting a hearing, but he is free with all charges dismissed without prejudice. So, shootout on the street, 3 people dead, 1 arrested for trying to pass some substances off to his significant other in the hospital, unrelated charge. 1 arrested for carrying a firearm in an establishment where liquor was being sold, unrelated charge. And nobody charged with murder, where you had, oh my gosh, helicopters flying in and whole cities shut down, hospitals shut down. All those vendors lost all that money trying to get in or having their vendor slots shut down. All those people being made to go home. A beautiful weekend destroyed. Police arresting people, or at least they said they would be taking no prisoners. They're going to arrest anybody that was going 1 mile an hour over the speed limit or had folks with any kinds of they're going to run people through NCIS, whatever that is. They're going to run people through that thing that tells whether you have any charges against you out there or warrants or whatever. And pulling people for a mile an hour speed limit, over the speed limit violations, all this stuff. All this money lost. All these lives interrupted. And no charges of note to be filed at this point against anybody. That is interesting. It goes to show you that it's truly true. It's really true when they say it ain't over till the fat lady sings. The sheriff or state police getting up on the microphone, swearing to God, we got him. We got him. We got the gang members, and we are going to. And you can just stop listening, because maybe not. Maybe that open and shut case is not so open and shut after further investigation. That's why you get over there and then people's jail cells and holding cells and stuff and shut the hell up until your legal counsel gets there to defend you. You never know how it turns out. So I guess there's going to be some more investigation. And then we lost, they're shutting down some of these events left and right. Someone told me, I don't know if it's true or not, someone told me that they've shut down all the kinds of events like that in New Mexico. I haven't verified that, but seems like something that you might do. Even the sheriff and the state police got into a fight over this one, where the sheriff's office was roundly criticized for doing things that the sheriff said, well, we didn't do. So a lot of lives were uprooted, jobs and careers were called into question. And it just feels almost empty that there's no one to blame. And we're used to having a culprit, a bad guy, a boogeyman. At least that's what happens in all the movies. Everything gets, in 1 hour, everything gets tied up tightly, put away. The forensic files people come in, right, and find a hair from 1822 and a rifle bullet that was shot 42 years ago. They dig it up out of the ground miraculously using the only metal detector ever capable of finding that one little brass piece of bullet. And they solve it miraculously. Right at 59 minutes, 30 seconds. Next week, we get another show. But in real life, it's not necessarily like that. In real life, sometimes you don't get a culprit at all. Just left sitting there, holding the pieces, wondering what the hell happened and why are my loved ones dead? And I don't know if there's ever going to be any answers for that. It's going to be a very tough summer if we don't pull our collective heads out of our anuses. It's going to be a very tough summer. Okay, well, that's my 2 cents. We know this now. The Red River shooter has had his murder charges dropped, and at least for now, it was dismissed without prejudice. So they can bring the charges up again, but at least for now, Jacob Castillo is not a suspect in the Red River shooting where 3 individuals were killed, and they haven't announced anybody else to be charged with that murder or those murders or whatever the case may be. So we move on to some new cases and some new things that are happening out there, and we wait to hear if there's going to be anything else to be said about this. Rest in peace, those who are gone, and to their families, we say we're very sorry for your loss. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.